Okay, I'm going to set it up on the wall so our measurements are not the same. I'll set number 1 down. I'm getting shadow. I have to I'm going to lower my camera. Get out of the way here. Too much sun though. Go in for a closer look. Just gonna have to just point it out. Because it's not the same, this means that we're going to have to make a jig for our jig. In other words, we're going to have to make a jig for this. Back set 1 7/16 inches. Because doing it this way is not accurate enough. The cutting's easy. So on our number 1 cut, we got 12 1/8. 2 is 12. 3 is 12. 4 is 12. And 5 is a little bit is the same as number 1. 12 1/8. And 11 is small at 11 15/16. I should have snapped it out. I got an edge here. Our plywood edge is nice and tight. You can see here that I should have had a lot more plywood because we got the factory edge showing there. We got lots of factory edge showing there, so we have to watch that on our next pattern. All in all, I would say it's working out. This is the first attempt at it, making these relocation platforms. I just can't wait to get the model made. The Lord's commissioned me a few days ago to go ahead with the project, as it will meet the needs of His people for being able to have a means to get out of Dodge. It seems that now if you were actually making the cabin models, which would be 4 feet across instead of 2 feet, your tolerance for error is going to decrease. That means it's going to get easier. And making it smaller like this, you really have to keep up your tolerance. But overall, I'm fairly satisfied. So what we're going to do is do a correction on the next lesson, and to make a template for the jig there. So our template's going to have to be perfect. We don't have one made up yet. And try this again. I might have to get another test piece. I think I got some OSB I can actually use to cut out. But overall, it's good. This Friday I'm going to line up the re-rod. I'm going to use 3/4 re-rod and 2-inch hexagonal nuts, and probably use 1/8-inch steel plate to make the gussets. And they'll be about the steel gussets actually be about size. Where all my pieces go. The size of one of these. So if this was a completed unit, This would go on the back. This would be steel. You'd have 6 bolts coming through. You'd have your 2-inch nipple here. And on the back of this, you'd have your 1.5-inch styrofoam and another one of these backer plates. And then you'd also have one of these on the outside, because I want the weight of the floor not to be transferred through the base. I want it to be transferred through the 2x3 under support that we'll show on the further lessons. Okay, this is Joshua Taylor coming to you from Edmonton, Canada, progressing on these hexagonal platforms so that others can take up the call and make your own camp.